Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Steve McQueen is the Oscar-winning director behind films like 12 Years a Slave and Widows. His latest film, Blitz, is now streaming on Apple TV+, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Steve McQueen is taking his turn telling a World War II story, and this time tells it from the child's perspective. It's September 1940 in London during a blitzkrieg, which is thought of as a lightning war. The British are prepping for an attack from the Germans, and children are the most vulnerable. Saoirse Ronan plays Rita, a single mom to her son George, who's played by Elliot Heffernan, who sends him off on a train for his own protection and safety. She's desperately trying to do what's best for her son, no matter how hard it is, or whether she'll even see him again. Now, while she returns to work in her factory, he jumps from the train and risks everything to head back home because he just cannot bear to be away from his mother and grandfather. I was struck early on in Blitz with the heartbreaking nature of Saoirse Ronan's character Rita. It must be devastating to have to make that choice and rely on the hope that she'll see George again. Their separation happens early in the film, and there are a series of flashbacks used to detail the before time, before the war changed everything. Hans Zimmer's wonderful score invokes a sense of hope regarding George's adventure back home, while also capturing the horrors of the war that's really playing out in the backdrop behind him. Steve McQueen wrote and directed the film and never loses sight that this film leans on hope. He essentially divides the film into these two different narratives. The core one with George on that quest back home, and the one with Rita really biding her time, relying on her female friendships to help her get through this difficult time. Now, having two narratives is unfortunately the film's biggest weakness. The George narrative with young actor Elliot Heffernan is the stronger of the two. McQueen rightly spends more time here as there's a larger danger present to George as to whether he will get caught or even make it back home. Elliot Heffernan is a gifted young actor. He's quite captivating and can really carry the story despite the times when he's alone. Now, Steve McQueen has frequently worked through themes of racism in his movies, no matter the different times or places that they're set in. George is a mixed-race child, and McQueen really offers that insight, not only into what he faces on the road, but how people respond to Rita raising a mixed-race child. Despite the star power of Saoirse Ronan, there's not enough in her narrative to make it equally compelling as to when the story is on George. She has the tall order of giving a more inward performance, really dealing with that kind of day in and day out of surviving the war, hoping for that reunion with her son. It does feel a bit more cohesive in that final 40 minutes. Once she learns that her son has gone missing, that then kind of catapults her into taking swift action. Steve McQueen knows how to make a well-crafted film. The bombings and the destruction are just as potent, even though this film isn't a story set on the battlegrounds. McQueen makes this a tender piece while still acknowledging the atrocities surrounding the British people. Blitz quietly sneaks up on you as Steve McQueen presents a World War II story that's not often told. You can't deny his craftsmanship, and young Elliot Heffernan is a star on the rise. I'm giving Blitz 3 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have some movie reviews, some celebrity interviews, and I'd love for you to follow me on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. Let me know your thoughts on Blitz. What are the other movies right now that you're either streaming or going to the theater to see? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Blitz. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.